It's the first Friday of the month, so that means it's time for On Terre Haute. This is where we sit down with Mayor Duke Bennett and talk about what's going on in the city of Terre Haute. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Appreciate it. First, I want to talk about a new budget issue that has come up within the city within the past, I would say, past couple weeks, dealing with the city transit department. Tell us a little bit about this issue.
Well, it kind of goes back into 2009 when we were negotiating the contracts and wage increases or not, and the budget for 2010 for this year. And we basically told the employees that we just wouldn't be able to give a raise. You know, it was the second year of the property tax caps, you know, and we needed to position ourselves to not have to lay off a whole bunch of people. That's always been the goal, is to keep the people, keep as many services as we can. And one way we could do that was to not give raises. And so we all basically, in theory, in generalities, however you want to, what term you want to use, we all agreed that, okay, it's all or none here. We're not going to take any raises. So 6 of the 7 bargaining units basically agreed. The 7th, being transit, just didn't say anything really. And then a few months later, they filed took it through the arbitration process, a grievance process, that they felt like they should get a raise. And so the domino effect of that is that we all agreed that we wouldn't take one. We've got some Me Too clauses that are in the union contracts that if one group gets it, the other does. But I had made the agreement with the entire, employee base, so we'd all be on the same page. And so I had no choice but to give everybody the increase, because that's what I had agreed to. That was what I had decided that how we were going to handle that. And so, yes, it costs us, quite a bit of money.
About how much money do you think that will?
It's about $550,000, give or take a few dollars. So the only way we can pay for that is to take money out of the rainy day fund, which, luckily, fortunately, we have a rainy day fund. Now, when I took office, there wasn't one. And so we've put some money back for emergencies. This definitely is an emergency situation. And so we'll have to fund that for this year. Then for next year, because, the raises just carry on into the future, I'm going to have to cut another $500,000 out of next year's budget on top of what we've already done in order to pay for it next year. That's where it gets a little tough, because, and once again, we've talked about this so many times, we're losing $7 million a year in funding, 25% of our budget. So we can't do these things a lot. And we've got a small amount of reserves in the rainy day fund, but we've just got to be careful how we proceed, because I want to keep as many employees as we can and keep as many services as we can.
And have you looked into that budget yet to see what you may be able to cut, or is that something that you're still looking at?
Yeah,
right
it's
now?
one step at a time. We had to get, you can't imagine all the paperwork that this has turned into.
Oh, I'm sure.
We had to go back and recalculate everything and resubmit all of our salary ordinances. And so we've done all that now, and we're going to be going to the council here and get that taken care of over the next week. Then we've got to focus on that.
And let's kind of turn it over to a different subject now, leaf pickup. How's that going?
It's going great, and really I didn't know how people would react to one pass through the city. I mean, it's better to have leaf pickup than not leaf pickup, of course. And so there's been some people who have called in the south end of town wondering if their leaves have been out there for a month or so. But I just ask people to be patient. We've had a lot more people bagging them and disposing them on their own, which is great. That helps us move through the city faster. We've only got about 4 trucks and about 30 guys. And so they're out every day, and we've got 700 miles of streets. And so really they're doing very well. I would expect us to be done by the end of the month, weather dependent. We're moving along really well. And then so hopefully the snow will hold off so we don't have to pull off and deal with snow, but it's going very, very well.
And speaking of snow, it is a festive time here in the Wabash Valley and in Terre Haute. And we have Christmas in the Park coming up very soon.
Yes, Monday night we're going to turn the lights on. Last year we had record attendance of all the years they've been keeping track, of the traffic that comes through the park. So we're very excited. The sponsors that we have help us make that possible, and all the local organizations that decorate the shelters. They're doing that this week, and we'll turn the lights on Monday night. And I would expect another excellent, great Christmas event in the park, at Deming Park.
And then on Friday, tonight, is Miracle on 7th Street.
Yeah, I would hope everybody would come out tonight. Last year was the first year they had pulled that off. It went great. Well, now they've had a year to plan of adding some things to it. I would ask everybody to come out to downtown Terre Haute tonight and support the downtown businesses. And it's going to be really, really a neat kickoff to the Christmas season.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Mayor, for coming on, and happy holidays to you and your family.
And you too, Abby.
Thank you so much. And if you'd like to see this segment again, or you have a segment idea of your own, you can stop by our website at WTHI-TV.com and click on the community page.